everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the video on my day of schedule and timeline that I have. So I have the copy right here. So I kind of wanted just to kind of like, I guess like go over it or kind of give you guys like some tips on how you can schedule it or how it really works. So yeah, if you're interested, just keep on watching. To be honest with you guys, like people kept telling me, oh, you need your schedule, like you need to time it. And my biggest question was like, well, what do I know what to time and how? Like, do I just select the time and then that works? Or like, how does it work? So again, this video is going to be more so if you don't have the wedding planner, or if you have like a DIY venue, or if you're just going to be doing the planning by yourself. Pretty much at my venue, like I told you guys before, it's pretty much like open. So literally we could do whatever you want. The earliest we can get there was 9 a.m. and we paid to be there until 1 a.m. So I pretty much made my schedule from 9 a.m. in the morning to 12:45 a.m. I kind of just started doing it from there. So the main things that you're going to want to know is what time do you want your ceremony to start, and I think based off that then you will kind of be able to gauge a little bit of the time. So make sure that you know what time you want your ceremony to start and what time you want your reception to start. And those are going to be kind of like the two main factors that go with everything. So again, give yourself like a little bit of time in between. Don't put like such tight time limits. I'll kind of go over it a little bit for you guys. Just a little bit, just kind of like skim through. Pretty much I started with 9 a.m. I put that we arrived, so Jeanette's family, you know, my husband and everyone that was going to help set up the venue. So my venue does help set up like tables and chairs, but they're not going to put the decorations for you. So that was something that we had to do. So we started at 9 a.m. and then from there, and then I put Michelle, because she was a day of coordinator. She arrives at 9 a.m. as well. Pretty much gave myself a whole hour gap. I had already previously asked people if they would help us set up, so that was something that was going to be taken care of. And so I pretty much gave myself an hour to kind of go around and tell people like, hey, this is how it's supposed to be, this is how this is supposed to be. And I actually even created a little pamphlet of like what each section was going to be. So it was like the sweetheart table, and then it had like a picture of everything and how it was supposed to be. I actually forgot to print that out for you guys, but I will try to put it like insert it here like screenshots so you guys can get an idea of what I did. So I pretty much handed that to my day of coordinator, and then she pretty much got an idea where she was like, damn, like you're on it, I don't have to worry about nothing, like not really any questions, because she wanted to bug me the least as possible. And to be honest, she did not bug me at all. So at 10 a.m. my hairstylist arrived, and I felt like that was good enough time. Everybody pretty much knew what to do from then on. I gave myself till 11:30 a.m. to start my makeup. So I actually did my own makeup. Another very important date was the time of the wedding party needing to arrive. Like what time everybody needed to be there in order to take pictures. I wanted to give ourselves times to take pictures with you know, like our friends or whatever, like the bridal party and everything, like us getting ready in the trailers and all that stuff, because they actually had like on location trailers, which were really nice, honestly. I wanted to give time for all that, and then I had told everyone to be there at 1 p.m. so we could be ready to take pictures and all that stuff. Just to kind of like jump forward a little bit, my actually wedding ceremony was supposed to start at 3:30. Okay, so just keep that in mind, it's supposed to be at 3:30. So I'm trying to like cram everything in between that time. Then at 12:10 I put on here, check in with the wedding party to see their status for 1 p.m. because again, they all had to be there at 1 p.m. So she was gonna kind of like, you know, call people or whatever she had to do, which reminds me that I did give her the date of contact, a wedding contact info. So I'm not gonna show you guys like the phone numbers, but pretty much I made a sheet like this. It's pretty much like this. So it has the wedding contact information, and it has like everybody and what they are, like grooms, you know, his parents, and it have their their names, and then their phone numbers on the side. So if she needed to get in contact with anyone, she literally just had to look at this and not bother me again or even worry about anything. So I really suggest you guys to do a contact info page as well. I just feel like it'll like be so much easier for them to just contact them, text them, whatever they have to do. So just keep that in mind as well. So then the photographer was gonna arrive at 12:45. So kind of give us enough time to take pictures before. So 12:45, at that time I was already ready, and you know the bride and party should have been ready already, if not already, almost ready. 1 p.m. Wedding party needs to arrive and be ready, as well as the parents. So at 1 p.m. was when I had everyone. We weren't gonna take the photos until like 1:30, but you kind of want to also give yourself like gaps. So I gave myself 30 minutes, well, I gave everybody else 30 minutes to arrive from the 1 p.m. clock mark, because even though you tell people I need you to be there at 1 p.m., they don't give a fuck. They don't. I don't know why. Tell me, somebody answer that. I don't know, but they just don't give a fuck. So most of my party did arrive though, like they were already there at 1 p.m. There was some people that did not arrive though, so kind of pushed back things as well. That sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so then at 1:15, I have on here for the photographer to take pictures of my husband and everyone getting ready. At 1:30, go to my trailer to take pictures of us getting ready. At 1:30 p.m., I put that the videographer arrives. And in between, I put on here that they could start taking detailed videos and shots of us getting ready, like kind of like last minute, like touching up, like things like that. And then at 2:15, I actually put father and daughter first look. So that was supposed to happen at 2:15. So I knew that I wanted that to happen, so I made sure that I had it on here with enough time. 2 p.m. the DJ arrives and starts to set up. So just keep in mind, like, so at 3:30 it's supposed to start. So I put on here for the DJ to arrive at 2 because he was actually gonna have 2 sections. So he was gonna have the section where the reception was gonna happen and then where the ceremony was gonna happen. So you know, I honestly don't really know how like it worked with the whole electrical stuff and like all that stuff. So I gave him enough time so that he can like get ready and feel presented and like, you know, like gather everything together, because at the end of the day time flies like this. And you know, if you're trying to figure out something, like, you know, you have 5 other things going on. So I really didn't want to put that stress on her where like, you know, something went wrong. I pretty much timed everything in case something went wrong and they needed help. So yeah, I don't know if there was issues. I don't know, because she literally handled it by herself, whatever was going on, or maybe everything went smoothly. I'll never know, because I was not aware of anything, because I was just relaxing my fucking, you know, with my friends. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, I put that the DJ arrived at 2:30 p.m. Everything needs to be done for setup. So like everything that needed to be done for any setup, like before any guests arrive, needs to be done. 3 p.m. I put guests should be arriving, and then I put during this time have the guests sit by the ceremony area and the benches on the left side. So I didn't want like the guests to be like scattered into the reception area. So I put on here like have the guests like kind of guide them to the ceremony section and they can wait on there. So if you want something to go like a certain way, also make sure that you note that so they know that. And then I put 3 p.m. the bartender arrives and starts setup. So the bartender, actually the cocktail hour is gonna start at 4. So I wanted to give him a whole hour as well so he could arrive, you know, drop off any alcohol, the ice, get everything together. We have ice on location, so you know, so that he can make sure to get everything ready and everything, because at 4 p.m. once the ceremony is over, we're leaving to go take pictures, and we're literally just gonna go, the guests are just gonna go straight over there with music and everything. Obviously we don't want to have them waiting. So again, I gave them a full hour before. Every single vendor try to give them an hour before, so it includes the prep time, you know, and then the time when they actually start. So make sure that you guys do that, because I probably recommend that. I'm pretty sure everybody kind of recommends that. Okay, 3:25 I put have wedding party ready on the side and make sure everyone's there. So 5 minutes before we have to start walking down the aisle, I told her make sure everybody's in line and everybody's there. 3:30 p.m. walking down the aisle starts. And 3:40 p.m. Ceremony should have started by now, so I'm just assuming like we all walked down. I walked down with my dad, everything like that. The walkway is kind of long, so I knew it was gonna take a little bit of time. So I kind of did like 10 minutes there, you know. And then 4 p.m. I put catering arrives to prep. So the catering's gonna arrive on the side and start prepping and everything. They're supposed to start at 5. And then 4 p.m. cocktail hour starts. And then I don't want guests in the seating area yet. So there's like the tables and like, cause it's open, it's not closed off. I didn't want them there. I think they did end up being in there. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna cry about it. 4:10 p.m. take photos of Antonio and Jeanette alone on the mountain location. So it was like specific locations that I wanted to take the pictures in. 4:25 take video clips with Antonio and Jeanette and the same mountain road location. And then 4:45 take photos with grooms and their bridesmaids. 5 p.m. take photos with immediate family. 5 p.m. reception starts. And then I put on here, make sure that the DJ is already set up. But I'm pretty sure he was already setting up before. And then 5:30 was the grand entrance. And then 5:45 I put dinner starts. 6:30 p.m. best man speech and maid of honor speech. 7 p.m. first dance, our first dance. 7:15 father and daughter dance. And then 7:25 mother and son dance. I kind of gave like 10 minutes in between. Obviously it doesn't have to be exactly on the time, but just kind of like, you know, just to kind of give you like a guideline. 7:45 catering ends. 8:30 p.m. money dance. 8:50 garter toss bouquet. 9:05 p.m. cake cutting. 9:20 our speech, toast, and thank yous. From 9 to 12 a.m. I put party starts. 11 p.m. last call for alcohol. 12 a.m. start taking everyone out and picking up. 12:45 make sure all caterers are out. And 1 a.m. we are out of the venue. And then I put we're going to be charged $350 an hour if we don't leave by 1 a.m. So I kind of put on there so she knows like it's kind of urgent. Along with the wedding contact info, I also had the vendor contact info for her. So I'm going to show you guys that now. Sorry, I'm trying to copy it. So here we go. So we have the venue, Rectangular Ranch, the DJ, catering, bartender, florist, photographer, hairstylist, videographer, violinist, cake, and officiant. I actually didn't end up having a violinist, but yeah, pretty much this had everyone. It had their business name, and then it had their phone numbers and their first names, so she can contact. So yeah, in case anything happened, they're running late or anything, she had that as well. I actually also had the order of the walking down the aisle, so I put on there like who's gonna go first, like okay, Antonio and his mom, and then after that it was my mom and his dad, and then after that it was like, you know, I actually had all girls and then all guys, so I didn't want to group them or anything. I'm not really like, I don't really like that. I feel like that's kind of like quinceañera, but everybody's different, nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying personally I didn't want that. So I kind of put everything, and it actually really mattered for my bridesmaids because they were all wearing different colors. So I kind of did it where it was in sync, where it was like burgundy, orange, yellow, burgundy, orange, mustard. So like I wrote everything down, and then it was the same order that was gonna be for the walk-in meter. And just keep in mind that all this, like all the day of coordination, like I gave this to everybody. So I gave this to the videographer, photographer, you know, every single person, because I felt like everybody needs to know like what time it was in tune, also what time to arrive, because they're all gonna ask you like what time do I arrive and everything. So once you get through this one day of schedule, like you literally can just send it to everyone and everybody will be on the same page, and they'll know when to come in, and you know, if they have any questions they can let you know and everything. But it's really helpful to have that because it's literally your answer to everything. And once you're going through it, like you're going through the day, you don't remember, so like it's always good to reference back, like, oh, I don't know, let me check. And honestly it was hard to do because again, I did not know how to do it. It took me a while. I really didn't have help from anyone. I think, like I said, the main things are going to be like, what time can you actually get to the venue? What time does everything need to be ready? What time do you need to be ready? And what time do you want to take pictures, before or after? You have to consider all that stuff. Also, what time your ceremony starts? What time does your, you know, your reception start? What time does the food start? Like all this stuff that you have to consider. It's kind of my idea. Hopefully you guys kind of got an insight of it. But yeah, you can go as in detailed as you like, but again, don't sweat the small stuff. Like, don't completely stress over it. Like, it's your day. At the end of the day, you just want things to kind of go like smoothly. You know, it's not like your guests are going to completely know what's going wrong or what's going, you know, right or wrong or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, obviously you want things to go nice and smooth. When you have your DJ, he also has like there's a timeline that I filled out. He actually has already the template, but I just filled it out, and it tells you like what certain songs you're gonna use for what. So like, you know, the recessional, when you're walking down the aisle, is it gonna be different when, you know, it's you and your, you know, when you're walking down the aisle? So like, everything matters. And I know it sounds so overwhelming, and it is overwhelming if you're doing it by yourself, but it's possible. Like, literally it's possible. Just take it one day at a time. Like, you don't have to finish the schedule on that day, like a specific day. Just do it, you know, with weeks in advance as you learn and everything. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly feel like I did a pretty good job, to be honest with you guys, because I really, really wanted it to come out nice. Like, it was genuinely what I wanted. So I feel like that's why it worked. But yeah, again, I strongly recommend you guys to have your day of schedule, even if it's not as detailed as mine or you don't really care too much. It is necessary. Even if you're gonna have a backyard wedding, it's still kind of necessary. Like, I feel, at least so that the person that's helping you coordinate knows what time is what, because when you're actually in your wedding day, you don't even realize what time it is. Like, you don't even realize anything, and you don't realize how fast it goes or like how slow. So really, really recommend it for you guys. You guys noticed, but I actually just did like a whole little logo. Like, well, this was actually part of our invitations, this little Antonio and Jenna part, but I just ended up grabbing it and putting it like on all my templates, and I thought it was really cute. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. Honestly, you really need to have someone that works well under pressure and isn't gonna freak out, and you can trust, and was honestly gonna have your back. So I kind of told you guys last video that the coordinator was kind of like a little like standoffish to the people that were rude, and you know, like, it kind of is necessary, because even though people are adults, like, I don't know, they start drinking, they don't like care, like they don't think like, dude, Jeanette spent like fucking hours at her house at night doing this shit. Like, they don't fucking know that I do this shit. They don't know. Even my husband doesn't know. Like, yeah, he saw me, but he didn't know what the fuck I was doing, you know? So just remember, like, you need someone to have your back. Like, fuck this. You guys think this shit's easy? It was not easy. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what other wedding videos you would like to see, any ideas you guys have or anything. I would love to share with you guys, because I know the struggle and I wish somebody would help me. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned, because I have a haul coming as well, a quarantine haul, because we are in quarantine and I'm fucking going crazy up in this bitch. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.